Uh, yeah, yeah, this is going to be a rant, but I want to talk about this particular subject. But first things first, I do this for me, for venting purposes. And if you don't like it, please get the fuck off my channel. I'm not looking for any praise, no accolades. Now, back to the subject at hand. Um, I want to talk about this particular situation. I want to talk about this particular person by the name of Michael Jordan, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You know, everybody in the world knows him, you know, the famous basketball player and all that stuff. But there was something where he said, there was something what he said during his Chicago Bulls documentary, I believe. He said, um, um, he said, and I quote, and I could be wrong, but you know, not, I mean, I'm not wrong, but he said along the lines of, it's hard to be me. It's hard to be Michael Jordan, because if you only knew. And I said to myself, you know what? He's right. He is right. And I think I understand where he's coming from. It's the fame and the fortune behind his name and his accolades. And not too many people can handle that. But Michael, you know, of course, had no other choice but to take it upon himself and to handle his status and his money the best way that he could. Because people, you know, always have something to say about what Michael does and what Michael do and all that stuff. And he just put it bluntly like, listen, you don't know what I go through. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? You don't know what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what I had to do to get here. So you have no idea. You know what I'm saying? And plus, you don't know what it's like to live in my world. You know, and his world could be very hectic. His world could be very challenging, which I think it is, because, you know, he has the fame and the accolades, you know what I'm saying? And he has to watch people who's trying to, you know, who's trying to feed up on him, who's trying to use him and all that stuff, you know. It is what it is. Oh, and also, too, I want to say that there's a little tidbit, but, you know, I'm going to keep it real with you. And I could be wrong, but sometimes in life you have to stay in your lane. And what I mean by stay in your lane, the rich have to stay with the rich. The poor has to stay with the poor. And the middle class has to stay with the middle class because they understand each other. They understand the trials and the tribulations of being within that realm, within that status. See, a high class can, for the most part, can never understand what a middle class person has to go through. And a middle class person doesn't understand what a low class person has to go through. You get it's maybe in some cases, yeah, some cases, yeah, but for the most part, no. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say that the middle class have to stay within their realms of the middle class, and the low class people have to stay within the realms of the low class. You know, as far as like communication, as far as, you know, I guess building a friendship for the most part, you know, but don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. There are some examples. There are some exemptions of. I mean, there are some examples of middle class people getting along with a couple of low class people. And then there are some examples of middle class people, you know what I'm saying, even getting along with some high class people. You know what I'm saying? There are some examples. You know what I'm saying? There are, you know, a few examples here and there. But for the most part, those people tend to stay within their own kind because they understand the trials and tribulations of getting that money, and also, just not just getting that money, but they also understand the whole nature of being within that class, within that realm. You know what I'm saying? You can only relate to people that went through the same or similar struggle as you. I say it again. You can only, really, communicate or really get along with people who've, been through the same struggle or similar struggle as you. You know what I'm saying? It's called familiarity. It's called familiarity. It's called being familiar with other people, per se. It's called being familiar with other people. And Yeah, but going back to Michael Jordan, I understand, I not truly understand, but I can get a glimpse of him living that lifestyle, say trying to stay face and all that stuff, say taking care of business, it's very draining. I can tell it's very draining. And you know what? That's probably why a lot of these people that's in those high positions, of higher positions of money and status and all this stuff. Now I understand why a lot of those people get hooked on drugs and alcohol. They get hooked on drugs and alcohol because of the pressure. It's because of the pressures of the world that they're in. It's because of the pressure, of keeping up with the status, keeping up, with their money, keeping up with the life, not just keeping up with the lifestyle, but just trying to maintain face, trying to maintain that status, trying to, maneuver in this world while everybody got their eyes on you. And you try to do things privately, the best way you can so that nobody would get up in your business. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. I get it. Um, yeah, that's all I want to say. That's all I want to say about Michael Jordan. And I know, this is off topic, but I know that based off my videos, people want to say that, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, yada yada yada. You ain't got this, you ain't got that. Like, listen, this is just my opinion. That's it, people. This is just my opinion. That's all. It's just my fucking opinion, like everybody else. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. I'm not trying to denigrate no character. I'm not trying to talk about nobody. I'm not trying to tear somebody else down like a lot of you motherfuckers do. I'm just speaking my opinion, and I'm just trying to, in some ways, relate to some individuals, you know what I'm saying, about what they go through. Because I realize, man, we like in my honest opinion, man, in this society, we're so quick to tear down one another. We're so quick to tear down other people instead of trying to listen out to one another, instead of trying to at least get a glimpse of understanding of what they go through. But instead, it's like you have to do what everybody else do and everybody else think and all this. I'm like, no, we so why should we tear down other people just because they don't do what we want them to do? It's like, no, motherfucker, it's their life. They do what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you sit down and try to get some type of clear understanding of what they go through? You know what I'm saying? Stop tearing people down, man. That's crazy. That's retarded. Yeah, I said it. That's crazy and that's retarded. Try to gain some type of insight. Try to gain some type of understanding from other people's plight. Then maybe, just maybe, you could gain a sense of understanding and wisdom in your fucking life. That's it, man. I'm talking about people in general, because you people are so fucking vicious, so fucking arrogant and vicious, and so damn, in some way, so damn stupid. You know what I'm saying? So damn ignorant and so damn stupid. Y'all don't want to listen to the truth. I realize that a lot of you people don't want to listen to the truth, where the truth is right there. And the truth is to listen up to what others have to say sometimes. Just listen up. That's all you need to do. That's it. And once you do that, you know what I'm saying, maybe, just maybe, you could gain some insight. And that's all I got to say. Shit. But like I said, am I a huge fan of Michael Jordan? I'm not a huge fan, because, number one, you should not idolize any human being. That's number one. But I respect Michael Jordan. I said, was I a fan when I was a little boy? Yeah, of course I was, common sense. But was I, a huge fan, to the point that I got to have Michael Jordan, this or that? No, not really. Even as I gotten older, I don't idolize no man, but I do give that particular person his or her props and respect, because what they've been through and all that stuff, they deserve it. All the praise, money, and accolades, hell, they deserve it, man. That's it. They deserve that shit. Plain and simple. But other than that, though, man, I just tend to be by myself. Other than that, though, man, I just tend to be by myself and do my own thing. That's about it. But when it comes to individuals like Michael Jordan and all that stuff, man, all I can say is that when it comes to regular people, just try to gain some insight on what he go through as a famous person. And that's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say. You know, that's all I can say, man. Just gain some insight on what some of these celebrities go through. That's all. So that's all I can tell you. So yeah, man. So thank you so much and have a good day.